Hello everyone and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today we are watching Aetam in his Gremyashchy, and it's a tier 7 battle on the map Fault Line. And I do apologize if I mispronounce any player or shipmates. Now that's not the first replay Aetam has sent me, and he is a pretty good player. He also loves destroyers. Now, when we take a look at the map, you can see that there are quite a few ships going towards the east side. It's a death trap if there are torpedoes. You only want to go there in small and sneaky ships, mostly destroyers. Some cruiser support isn't really that bad. Seems that a destroyer here is just going through the middle. Well, it's okay as a destroyer, although in this game mode I don't see that much point in being around here. The battleships, well, they are slow, they haven't really moved yet. It looks like some battleships are going this way, which I find rather questionable. Usually here on the west side you will see a big fight where the main fleets engage each other. Of course, you can just, well, you don't have to be that close to islands, and you stand a much higher chance of avoiding torpedoes if you're somewhere around here. So usually you see the main fleets go here and then big engagement. Now you can see a cruiser here driving straight through the middle. You have destroyers here in the middle. That's a bit unusual that there is so much aggression here early on. And you can see a battleship going straight through the middle, which is rather questionable because you can just be shot at from multiple directions and you will probably die. But we shall see how this turns out. Now Aetam has one cruiser here as support, and there is a battleship coming as support, and there are lots of enemies here. So can already see 4 enemy ships, and there are torpedoes, so there probably is a destroyer around here too, which makes him vastly outnumbered. And don't forget, he is tier 5 in a tier 7 battle, so not really the situation you want to be in. Now those torpedoes, there is an island in the way also, which makes, and yeah, he drifted a little too much. Got hit by one torpedo. I think the island here wasn't really helping in his evasive maneuvers. And yeah, now he's used his smoke, he is badly damaged, and that wasn't a great start to a battle. But he is alive, he has torpedoes in the water, and nothing is lost yet. So his team has already lost one cruiser, who was somewhere here in the middle. I mean, there seems to be a sizable enemy force around here, so probably showed his broadside and got sunk. And, well, yeah, friendly battleship has nearly arrived, so Aetam has some support. There is a cruiser here, but the cruiser doesn't seem to be moving all that much, and not exactly sure. It's a Königsberg, and he seems to be just sitting here waiting to die. Wait. And hey, he died. So it's basically him and this nice Colorado here against, well, let's just say a lot. Now, there is still a destroyer somewhere around here, who just isn't spotted because of the torpedoes we saw earlier. There are, well, a Cleveland, a Nuremberg, a Nagato, and, well, there are the torpedoes. So he spotted those torpedoes early enough. They probably were aimed at a battleship, I guess. Because usually you just don't want to shoot torpedoes at destroyers.
All forces requesting cover fire.
And yes, the friendly Colorado is asking for support from the team. So far it doesn't look like anybody is answering, so it's the two of them against... Well, they just have to hold this flank, because if they die, then the enemies just drive through here and probably start capping. Oh, can he get a torpedo hit here? No, I don't. And there is even some communication. There's warning the friendly battleship that there is a destroyer around. And, well, seems like the battleship was paying attention anyway. So, there is that. And there is the destroyer. He's finally spotted. Now, Isa is using his guns here, which means he is detected and they can return fire. And you can see there are now two cruisers, a battleship and a destroyer coming for them. But he is still at a rather long range. And as a destroyer, he isn't really that easy to hit. Since they are outnumbered or, well, he has to play it probably a bit risky and try to help out this battleship. Also, if people are shooting him, they aren't shooting the battleship. And he might be able to dodge the battleship won't. Now he is shooting some blind torpedoes at this Mutsuki. Oh, well, not really blind, but it's just to discourage this destroyer from pushing further in that direction. Now you can also see the Colorado is doing a decent job of keeping his ship angled and not showing his broadside, which is good, because if this Colorado sinks, they are pretty much doomed. Now, meanwhile, the friendly team is pushing rather aggressively towards the cap. There has been a big battle over there. Oh my. He sunk the enemy destroyer. Now, that is great, because now he can interact a little more freely. The enemy destroyer was providing vision for the team, and he was preventing Acer from getting too close to the enemy battleship. Now that the destroyer is gone, he might be able to get off some great torpedo hits. Now, points-wise, this battle seems relatively even so far. Well, the friendly team is pushing in the enemy cap, but the enemies are still defending. There is a battleship here in the outskirts who is, well, I guess he's engaging an enemy battleship, but he's a little too far away to actually help anyone. And now Isa and this Colorado, they have been defending here for quite a while now. And nobody in the team seems to care. I guess they just decided to push the enemy cap and close their eyes and hope everything works. And there you go, some nice torpedo hits on the Nagato, which should help out the Colorado a great deal. And once again, Acer is using his guns, and as you can see, the shots of the Cleveland are really slow. So he had plenty of time to avoid those. What he didn't expect was a salvo from the Nagato, and so he got hit. Now he's even closer to death. And he has stopped firing, so that he will be unspotted again. Now he might try to finish off this Nagato with his torpedoes. Now his torpedo range is only 8 kilometers, but the Nagato is still driving towards him, so those torpedoes might hit. Well, the Colorado seems to be doing a pretty good job at keeping his ship anchored. He isn't... I mean, he's still alive. And they have been holding off a massive enemy force for quite some time now. Even have somewhat evened the odds. And this Nagato is turning, so those torpedoes won't do much. The Cleveland... Well, he is now driving behind an island. So Asa can sneak a few shots in without worrying about returning fire. I mean, he might still have to worry about the Nagato, but the Nagato is probably shooting the Colorado again. If we look down there, it doesn't look all that great anymore on the offensive side. And there is the Cleveland again. Now, personally, I'd be really scared right now. Asa is on very low health, and well, he's very confident in his ability to avoid those shots, I guess. And I mean, if he can take down the Cleveland, it would be great. Also, there is an enemy battleship coming for them, so they might want to reduce the number of enemies before this battleship arrives. And hey, he got a torpedo hit. So Nagato should probably die pretty soon. Or hopefully he will. Oh, for some reason this Cleveland seemed to have stopped returning fire. Maybe he got frustrated by not hitting, maybe he thought he could get unspotted by not shooting anymore, but whatever. So the Cleveland's down. And the Nagato is almost down. Now the Nagato has... Well, he is going for the cap circle. Which means he is at least... Yeah, he is still a bit angry, but he's showing part of his broadside. While the Colorado is still making sure that he can't get Citadel easily. Now he is holding his torpedoes here. The Nagato is somewhat turning, and he wanted to be sure that those torpedoes have a chance of hitting. Also, it seems that the offensive force finally won. And they are now almost done capping. Now the enemy reinforcements here arrive far too late. And yes, they will win any second now. Can he get the Nagato before the game ends? Yes, he can. Now let's take a look at the results. Asa did pretty well. So did Paranoid in his Colorado. Together they have 5 kills and they managed to hold the flank and pretty much obliterate anyone who came their way. They defended until the rest of their team managed to capture the enemy's base. And well, only the Fuso of the enemy aggressors survived, and the Fuso came a bit late to the party. I hope this game showed a bit of teamwork. Asa and Paranoid, they worked rather well together. Colorado just tanked a lot of damage. He knew how to use his armor, how to angle his ship. And Asa just knew when to provide supporting fire, when to use his guns, when to use his torpedoes. And despite getting a rather devastating blow in the beginning, and also Asa lost a turret somewhere during the game, they still managed to, well, obliterate anything that came their way. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this game. I think it's always nice to see if some random people meet and just manage to work well together and carry their team to victory. Oh, I hope this video managed to showcase some random teamwork. And that's also one of the great things that can happen to you in World of Warships. Sometimes you just have great teammates, work well with one, and have a great game. So I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys next time.